What's going on, everybody? We should be ready to start in a couple minutes here, just loading it up. Actually, Matt, we have both Luna and Sky on the card tonight. Well, Sky isn't competing, but she will be showing up. So, real quick before we get into everything, I have some news for you guys. So, the other night, I had ordered a boom arm and a pop filter for my mic. I ordered one simply because I wanted to make a couple changes within the audio. With that in mind, I wanted to make a better quality audio because I've had so many audio issues throughout my past couple of times streaming, and it's irritating because audio is one of the hardest things to get right. Because you have to mess around with a bunch of settings and everything else. OBS likes to screw me over half the time, and so what I currently have is, obviously my Blue Yeti, but it's on the mic stand that it came with out of the box. The only issue that I have right now is, the way my setup is I have this desk that is on wheels, right? So I have this desk that's on wheels, and it's a height adjustable desk, and it's for my laptop. So I got my laptop, my stream deck over to the side here, and then I have everything else. So because of where my mic is at and how my setup is right now, basically you guys can hear whenever I do anything on my desk because the vibrations from me doing that particular thing get picked up by the mic because that's where it is. Hey, what's up, Kellen? It's good to see you in here. I was trying to say, who is that guy? I know that guy from somewhere. So this is my buddy, Kellen. He's the guy that I went to school with. And him and I used to do a radio show together, which is good to see him on stream, which is fantastic. So in terms of the boom arm, hopefully when it gets here Wednesday, with the pop filter and with the boom arm, we don't have those vibration issues anymore, and I won't need to have, so many filters on the mic to try and get rid of it, because I have a laptop, so my fan is really loud. It's really, really loud, and especially when it's like rendering a video, my computer fan gets really, really loud, which is why I have a noise suppression filter on my mic so you guys don't hear that. But hopefully the mic will be further away enough when I get the arm that I don't need to have that on anymore. Because the best audio setup is the less filters you need to have and the less adjusting you need to have, the better. Because it's just a pain in the butt otherwise. So for the first match we have here tonight is we have the RCW Tag Team Championships with the Young Bucks and the Undisputed Era, possibly a dream match, as some people would call that. So how did the Young Bucks get here? So the Young Bucks pinned the Undisputed Era in Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish to earn this opportunity for the tag team titles. I have entrances off for multiple persons as 2K20 likes to shit the bed and crash still. So hopefully, one-on-one matches, it's okay though. It's only with like 6-person matches and like tag team matches where it crashes all the time. So anyways, we're gonna get ready and get right down to it here. Hopefully you guys like the new arena. I meant to take some screenshots of it, but you guys are gonna like it either way. It's outdoors, so it's gonna look good now. I plan on like possibly getting some, making some, like, pay-per-view merch or whatever with, like, the pay-per-view logos and shit on it. Because that would be pretty cool. I would definitely love to have that there. I don't know why it's freaking slow. It's the game. It's the game, it's not me. I promise you, this is the game that's moving, like, ridiculously slow. It's not me. It sometimes does that, which is weird. Like, in some instances, it'll, like, move, like, really, really slow. And it only does that when there's multiple people in the ring, I've noticed. Like, when there's multi-person matches and there's multiple people in the ring, like, there are ridiculous frame rate drops in this game. And what I'm hearing is that WWE 2K21 is canceled. I keep on hearing that because of the virus and because of what's going on. And if that's the case, I'm actually happy because that means they can take a frickin' year off and fix whatever the hell's wrong with 2K20, and they could just patch the hell out of 2K20 or maybe do something with 2K19 and make it a better game. I'm playing the matches. I play the matches because I have certain storylines that I like that I have written out. But what's really cool about my show, Matt, is that if I lose on purpose, or if I lose on accident, like, if I end up, like, not kicking out of a pin for whatever reason, or accidentally tapping out, or whatever, it creates a whole new scenario for me that I wasn't prepared for. So it keeps it interesting either way. Whether or not it goes by the script or whatever, like, it keeps it interesting either way for you, as the viewer, and myself. Because then I'm like, okay, I messed up. Now what do I have to do now? Thank you, Ice White, for the lurk. They said there's going to be a different wrestling game. I wouldn't mind that. I mean, I've been keeping tabs on, like, different developers that have been making different wrestling games. I know Virtual Basement, who are the guys that made Ark, that survival dinosaur island game or whatever. They're making a wrestling game. And they actually signed a bunch of indie wrestlers, like guys from Impact and all that, to be in the game. And it actually looks pretty good from the screenshots that I've seen. And it's supposed to be coming out for the new Xbox and the new PlayStation. So I've been keeping tabs on it. I just want something different to play. Like, I mean, it's not that I don't like WWE 2K. Like, I'll always get it because I'm a fan of wrestling, but I want there to be different wrestling games like there used to be, like the SmackDown versus Raw series and all that. Like, because I believe that there is a fan base out there that loves these games that deserves to have alternatives. Like, you know, with NBA games, they have, like, NBA Jam or NBA Playgrounds or whatever, and, you know, different aspects of a basketball game. You know, so maybe if they have something like, I don't know, Here Comes the Pain, where it's less focused on being realistic and simulating what we see on TV and being more arcadey. Even though that I love the simulation because this is what I do. I'm not saying do away with it, but if they could have something where it's kind of just wacky and crazy shit happens, I wouldn't be upset about it. I would not be upset about that at all. Because video games are supposed to be fun, right? So, you know, whatever floats your boat in wrestling games, I think we can all agree that, you know, we need an alternative other than WWE 2K for a wrestling game. There's Bobby Fish with the reversal there. And the Young Bucks here, and the Undisputed Era retained their titles last time they defended them, so let's see if they can do exactly that here against possibly one of the best tag teams in the world in the Young Bucks. So, who knows if they're going to be able to do that? Well, let's find out. We have some great matches lined up for you tonight. Main event, Falls Count Anywhere. GM mode was fantastic. My only caveat with the GM mode and so many people wanting it back is that it kind of already exists in universe mode in this game. The only thing that they got rid of is like the salaries and stuff like that. Like they could easily add that and then just have you make your rosters and, you know, have ticket sales and stuff like that. Like that, to me, like that seems like a simple thing that they can just add on to universe mode, because literally universe mode is GM mode, just kind of watered down a bit. So far, I haven't heard much about the AEW video game, and I'm excited to hear it, because I think Ukes, the guys that used to develop... Oh, I missed the draft. Yeah, I missed that too. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things. I would love to have that. And the star rating, yeah. Like how good your show did. That's actually on my wish list for WWE 2K21. I made a wish list video, which is at almost 500 views on my YouTube channel. One of my most viewed videos, which is insane. And thank you guys for that. But it's a video of mine that's I usually like to make almost every year when the new WWE game is going to come out. I apologize. There's a bunch of alerts telling me that it's my friend's birthdays today. And not that I care. No offense to them, but I don't really care. And it just keeps reminding me. I'm doing good. I'm doing good, Tay. I'm just chilling. Just chilling as we have the Unicorn Stampede here by the Young Bucks. I don't know whoever made this moveset, but some people are really good at making, like, actual wrestlers that aren't in the game. Like, I've seen some pretty badass creations in this game. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but, you know, I'm pretty good at creations, but, you know, some of these guys are pretty insane when it comes to that kind of thing. As the Young Bucks look to gain the RCW Tag Team Championships and a kick out of 2 by Bobby Fish here. And a kick out at 2. Ooh, and a pile driver there. Dropping Bobby Fish on his head there. That's... Referee may have to check on him a little bit. He may be a little bit dazed. It's one of the most dangerous moves to ever be performed in a wrestling ring there. Especially with having to be dropped on your head like that. And Bobby Fish almost retained the titles there for the Undisputed Era. Again, when we do one-on-one matches, it shouldn't be like this slow and this laggy. And like I said, it's not on my end, it's the game's. And the only reason why I know that is because I've played this game with no problem here. It's just that sometimes with how bad this game is, like 2K19 didn't have this problem, but you know, let's see, 2K20 has had its more than its fair share of issues. Oh, and a headbutt there from Bobby Fish, though. Working on the arm of one of the Young Bucks here. Oh, and a knee right to the face. As it appears these guys want to duke it out here on the outside, but they can't win the titles that way. Champion's advantage here with a countout. And the Young Bucks, Nick and Matt Jackson, are just looking to take a breather here. Zinix, what's going on, buddy? What is going on? I appreciate the help with the audio issues the other day. I think I figured it out now. I I think it was the noise gate that was the problem more than anything else. And honestly, I don't think I need that. Because my setup really, I don't have much of the background noise other than my computer fan. And noise suppression at default kind of figured that out. I'm also getting a boom arm as well for my mic, so maybe I won't even need noise suppression after that. I may not even need noise suppression anymore as soon as I get the boom arm and the pop filter and have my mic off of my desk right next to my laptop, because, you know, hopefully with the boom arm and my mic being the way it is, I won't need to have it on anymore. Because that's the whole idea, is to try and get the best audio without having to mess around with too many settings. I mean, if you need the noise gate, you need the noise gate. If you need noise suppression, you need the noise suppression, but... Make Slev and put him on your show. You really want me to do that? I could do it. I could easily make a version of Slev and put him on the show and, like, get his logo and put a stupid Slev show shirt on him and then have Brian Outlaw beat the shit out of him. I could do that. I could do that just for shits and giggles, honestly. I could do that. I would love to. Bobby Fish desperately needs to make a tag here, and that's exactly what he does when he goes to Kyle O'Reilly. But Nick Jackson tags in. Sometimes I can't even... It's like the Uso twins. Sometimes I can't tell Nick and Matt apart. Yeah, it would be funny. It would be funny. I mean, I already cut a promo on his ass and freaking roasted the hell out of him. Bro! Stop with the bits! Stop with the bits! Stop with the bits, otherwise Jon Moxley's gonna go off. And we're gonna have some unscripted violence happening here. Freaking love Jon Moxley, man. I've been a fan of Jon Moxley for forever. I wasn't a fan of the Dean Ambrose persona. I thought he was a PG version of Mox. I love Jon Moxley because I would watch him in CZW, Combat Zone Wrestling, and he was one of my favorite to watch. One of my favorites. Yeah, Dean Ambrose, as you WWE guys know him, but I knew him way before that. Like, his promo work was 10 times better as Jon Moxley. Like, you noticed a significant difference in how he is in AEW over how he was in WWE. Simply put, because he's happier, he can be in the... have the creative direction that he was. Like, I'm not saying his entire WWE run just was terrible. I'm saying that it wasn't great. As soon as he turned heel, it could have been great. And then it went from him being like a cold-blooded heel to saying, you people smell and you people stink. You realize how cheesy that sounds? It's cheesy as hell. He would walk around with a frickin' mask on and say, you people stink like garbage or whatever, and it's frickin' weird, dude. It's like... That was the cringiest thing ever. I hated it. Because I was like... And then when he started, like, getting, like, the vaccines or whatever at the doctor's office, I was like, what the hell is this? I was like, this is bad. This is terrible. The heel turn was great. I thought the heel turn was great, but everything that happened after that was just unwatchable. I still watched it, but it was ugh. My God. It was terrible. I will say NXT does a better job with their storylines, though. I'm not completely bashing WWE. I'm just saying, like, the main roster, like, just takes people's careers and just shits on it. Kyle O'Reilly really doesn't want to lose these titles here. I mean, I wouldn't either. I mean, Brian Outlaw is a lone wolf, but him and his brother Jason were tag team champions at one point. Until Jason fucked it up. and you all know what that caused if you've been here for a while. That caused Brian Outlaw to turn on his family, and Rosemary possessed him, gave him a potion to put him under a spell, and that was all Chris Danger's doing, and that is why we have the main event the way we have it. A little bit of retribution, if you will. And these tags, very useful tags here, trying to keep Kyle O'Reilly grounded so that he's unable to tag in Bobby Fish. That is definitely huge tag team work here. Very smart tag team work here by the Young Bucks. Tried for a double team there, but Kyle O'Reilly saw it coming, but got the tag in anyway. Oh, and a side back suplex there, but oh, a German suplex. Takes Kyle O'Reilly down here. And that backfired. Tried to go for the side back suplex there, and Kyle O'Reilly was met with a German after that. I would have to say that, like, I may be a little bit biased here because I love AEW. I would say that AEW has some of the greatest tag team matches in the world right now. Like, the main roster of WWE, like, their tag team division is a joke, and that's why the Revival left. Everybody says that the Revival was terrible, but they were great in NXT, and then they were just horribly booked with a bunch of matches against the New Day over and over and over again. And the rumor is that they will be going to AEW, because apparently, from what I read on it, usually when WWE releases somebody, there is a no-compete clause, a 90-day no-compete clause, meaning that they can't compete in any other promotion. But apparently, they negotiated their contracts in which a 90-day non-compete clause does not apply to them. So, basically, they can start in AEW, like, this Wednesday if they want to. Like, if they want to go to AEW and debut this coming week, or this coming Wednesday, then they can do so. So, I'm excited to see where they go. I know that they want to go to AEW. That's like kind of like the rumor. And they would be a great fit, I think, with the Young Bucks and the Lucha Bros. And I think that, you know, since AEW is this new company, that they could benefit from having the Revival around. But there are definitely some women that I would definitely like to see as the referee goes down. A little bit of miscommunication there. Okay, there's a little bit of a glitch there. That was weird. Because he kept trying to grab the referee. And a spear there to Kyle O'Reilly trying to get the pin, but the referee is down. Referee can't. What are my thoughts on Matt Hardy? Going to AEW, I think that's a great decision for him. I think that's a really good decision for him. I really think that he's going to benefit. And there are so many young guys on that roster that could definitely use his knowledge and his tutelage to, you know, and that's the whole point of, like, veterans like Jericho and, you know, having guys that have been in the business for years is, you know, it'd be like me if I got with, like, Rosemary on Impact. You know, Rosemary, not only is she one of my favorite not only is she one of my favorite women's wrestlers ever, but, you know, if I got with Rosemary, one, I'd be extremely grateful, and two, you know, she is primarily the reason why I'm so good at my promos, is because I've watched her for so many years do her thing. Like, I don't watch her and copy what she does, but I watch her for her mannerisms, like what she does during her promos, like how deep she gets into character, and you know, how she goes about doing things, because there's a lot that goes into cutting promos, and you know, I learned so much from watching Rosemary over the years that wrestling school technically was me just watching wrestling every day of my life. Like, you know, I would study Rosemary, and I would study her promo work, and you know, how she would interact with people, and I've gotten the chance to actually speak to Rosemary on Twitter and stuff like that, and it's really fun getting the chance to talk to some of your you know, favorite people, some of the people that you look up to. But I got the chance to talk to Lance Hoyt, who is Lance Archer of AEW. He is absolutely fantastic, really great guy, really great, passionate kind of guy. And I loved him in New Japan Pro Wrestling. I loved him in that, and he was really good in that. And you know, he is a Christian just like me, so you know, he's a great guy to talk to, and I've had a chance to speak with him a couple times. But you know, I never expect any of the wrestlers or anybody to reply back at all. But you know, that's really the only reason why I got Twitter, was because I loved wrestling, and I wanted to, you know, get the chance to, you know, talk to some of my favorite wrestlers and see if they had any advice for me or anything like that. Or, you know, and you ask anybody who's been in the WWE or been in, you know, the wrestling business, they will tell you that, that making connections is the best way to get into that business. Making connections is the best way to get in any business, but in a business as competitive as the wrestling business is, and the acting business, and the theater business, and the music business. Like, people say, oh, you have 1,000,000,001 chance of making it. You know, and those are the people who don't want to work hard enough for anything, or want everything handed to them. You know, but my buddy, who is not even graduated from high school, is a pro wrestler now. So if he's younger than me and he's not even out of high school yet, what does that tell you? And he's already hit pro. I mean, he's not making billions of dollars, like he's wrestling for like 100 people, but you know, wrestling for 50 people, 100 people, those are still people that can see you. And I got the chance to meet a really good guy. His name is Cody Diener. He works for TNA, or Impact now. He was with Impact like back in 2008, but now he's back with them again. You know, I met him, and now I can say that I know a guy that works for Impact, so it's pretty cool. You know, because you never know that those guys that you're seeing compete in front of 50 people at max, you know, could be competing for 70,000 people down the road. And all the guys that we watch now in professional wrestling, they had to compete in front of 20 to 50 people at some point. As the Young Bucks look to get the victory here, looking to get the tag team titles, but Kyle O'Reilly breaks that up. As Nick Jackson takes care of Kyle O'Reilly for the time being, but a fish hook being applied. And again, Nick Jackson there to save his brother Matt. And man, this tag team match Been going on for a while. Back and forth action here. And that's exactly what we would want here on RCW. Really good wrestling action here, as I always like to bring you guys some really dope wrestling action, and especially during this time where, you know, we don't have much to watch on TV or anything too special like that. I like to bring something special to you guys, something for you guys to watch and have fun with. Standing shooting star press there. As the Young Bucks have to figure out something here. They gotta figure out a way to keep the Undisputed Era down. I mean, they had a really long tag team reign in NXT, so... in that other company there. So, you know, who knows? As Kyle O'Reilly gets hit off the apron again. And it seems that the Young Bucks are getting winded here. Just how long are they going to be able to hold here against the Undisputed Era, as Bobby Fish takes advantage with that gut buster there. Oh, and a couple of kicks to the hamstring there. That's definitely going to cause a little bit of pain the more that this match goes on here. Can't do anything if you got a bad leg. Oh, and look at the strength there. As Bobby Fish meets the canvas there, and Kyle O'Reilly back on the apron once again. And again, keeps getting hit off of the apron here. Trying to finish this sooner than later. And a suplex here. Oh, rolls through here. And another one. Now they're looking to finish this. They're looking to gain the tag team titles here. Super kick to Bobby Fish. But you got to go for the cover now. You got to go for the cover now as Kyle O'Reilly gets on the apron. And Kyle O'Reilly just breaks up the pin there. Took a little bit too much time to get the cover. And the Undisputed Era remains still alive here. Powerbomb to Kyle O'Reilly there on the outside to try and get something here. Something going. These guys got to figure out a way to prevent, like, interference or anything from the apron. And that's the issue with tag team matches, is you can't just worry about the guy in the ring. You have to worry about the guy on the outside of the ring, too, as well. The arms are getting stretched out there. Standing shooting star press once again, and Kyle O'Reilly again getting on top of the apron. Little bit of miss, little bit of botches here. If I could manage one legendary superstar, what's your definition of legendary? Because, like, somebody who, you know, is long retired, or somebody who... Because a lot of the wrestlers I would like to manage are still wrestling. So... I honestly, right now, I would love to manage Bayley. I would love to, you know, manage her, do her promos, because unfortunately she can't do them. From the 90s, I mean, The Rock wouldn't need me, because The Rock was freaking amazing at everything he did, so he wouldn't really need me, but I know Paul Heyman, like, managed stunning Steve Austin before he turned into Stone Cold Steve Austin. I mean, I guess Macho Man, because, you know, Macho Man has to be one of my favorite, like, legends of all time. This match has been going on for almost, like, 20 minutes. Like, this is insane. And this is only the first match, guys. This is not even, like, close to being done with the card yet. In terms of now, I would definitely like to manage Bayley, Rosemary, even though that she doesn't need me. Trying to think who else would I like to manage. Can't think who else. I'm trying to think who else. Male. Let me see, male. I would love to manage Kevin Owens. I love Kevin Owens a lot. Like, his promos are pretty awesome. But I wouldn't mind having a badass dude like him protect me or something like that. I would not mind that at all. Uh-oh, Kyle O'Reilly firing back, though. A little bit dazed, but Bobby Fish is down. Can't take advantage of anything yet. And he gets hit off the apron again. This could be his time. Super kick. As the Young Bucks look to gain the RCW Tag Team titles here. And they do. The Young Bucks finally are the RCW Tag Team Champions as they dethrone the Undisputed Era here. A grueling tag team match finally comes to an end. After all the interference from the apron, from the outside of the ring, the Young Bucks finally get those tag team titles. As they are right there. Brand new tag team titles. As all of the titles, I think this season is I redesigned all the titles. I don't do that every season, but you know, I thought a redesign was in order. As we have the Women's Championship now. Luna Outlaw versus Ariel here, and Sky Outlaw is going to come out with her. So, in case you don't know how this managed to happen, basically what happened here was that Sky Outlaw and Ariel were in a Ravage cage match. And that match basically entailed 5 minutes to escape the cage. After three restarts to find a winner, Sky was able to escape the cage. But after a string of wins from Ariel, she was able to earn herself a championship opportunity here. After Luna beat Mercy Phantom at what I believe earlier in the season at RCW Destiny for the RCW Women's Championship, she now holds it. And we will see if she can defend it, as she has been unsuccessful in the past. Oh, Ariel's coming out first. I forget. It's always the challenger that comes out first. So Ariel is coming out first. She loves to hit the Code Blue knee strike. The reason why it's called Code Blue If any of you guys aren't familiar with that, that's the term that the hospital uses when you flatline. So, hey, that would be kind of funny if I made the flatliner her signature, but I just thought of that just now. As Luna Outlaw, the RCW Women's Champion, makes her way out here with Sky. Now, I actually like it how it shows the manager because it doesn't always do that here in 2K20, so... And man, must I say, that title does look amazing. And Luna's not looking to lose it tonight, or I would hope not. Being the youngest RCW Women's Champion of all time at just 19 years old. At one point, she beat her sister for it all the way back in Season 4 of RCW, 2 seasons ago, at RCW Anarchy, in a sister versus sister battle to prove who was better. And it turned out that Luna was the better one in that match, and one of the best matches that I've called. Owen Hart, yeah, probably Owen Hart probably wouldn't need a manager, but you know, just to be around any of those people, I wouldn't mind. There it is, the RCW Women's Championship here. Let's skip the introductions because Greg Hamilton doesn't do the announcing. I do! As we have Luna Outlaw and Ariel here. And it appears that the game is kind of being on our side here, going a little bit more smoothly now that there's only one person. And there are 2 people in the ring at the same time. I wonder if Sky is going to play a role in this matchup being out here. Sky told me that she wanted to be out here for her sister, and I told her, well, if you don't cause any interference, then I guess you can, but, you know, the Outlaws don't obey any rules. They live by their own moral code, so I can't control them. Do you really want to control somebody like Sky? She's very feisty, very sassy. I don't. I don't know about y'all, but I don't. I sure as hell don't. It's a neck breaker there from Ariel or from Luna there, and Ariel rolls out to the outside of the ring. Luna comes back, firing back here, only got part of it. As she threw caution to the wind. And it looked like she hurt herself more than she hurt Ariel there, but Ariel taking advantage. Count of 3 here. Champion's advantage as Luna gets thrown into the ring post here. And Sky is forced to watch this. She can't touch Ariel at all. Otherwise it ends in disqualification, but that'll be good for Luna as title can only change hands via pinfall or submission here. Count of 6 here, and Luna deciding to go back into the ring. You know, despite the Outlaws' antics and them not wanting to obey any rules, they never want to end their matches in countouts. They want to beat their opponents. You know, which is really weird to me because I would think, you know, with the attitude of the Outlaws, they would want to, you know, take the easy way out. But, you know, as we've heard from Brian Outlaw many, many times, that's not how his family was raised. His mother did not raise him or his family that way. Also, in relation to the Outlaws, I am currently writing my very first book. It's an autobiography. It's called Life on Lockdown. It's my life being told through the Outlaw characters, as Brian Outlaw will be telling the story. So, you know, I'm excited to actually be taking the Outlaw characters in this universe one step further by doing that. And it's going to be really exciting once the book is released and complete and everything. It should be really cool, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited about it. As we got a blackout here on Ariel here, and a blackout Meteora. Will that be enough for Luna to retain her championship here? 1, 2, and Ariel kicks out. Ariel kicked out at 2. Now, can you imagine if Ariel's able to take the title away from Luna here in her very first title match in RCW here? I can only imagine what she must be feeling right now. But when it comes to championships and when it comes to defending them or earning them, we see a different side as Luna, though, gets rolled up here. Oh, a 1 count. Just a 1 count. That could have spelled bad there for Luna, but able to kick out at 1. Oh, tried for a slap, but a right hand there by Luna there, and a spine buster to Ariel here. She goes for the pin. 1. No. Kick out at 1 there. Ariel's not backing down here in this match. She looks to carry Luna to the other side of the ring. Irish whip into the ropes here. What's she going for here? Oh my! Just tosses Luna there. What an interesting sequence there. I don't think I've ever seen Luna or Ariel hit that. And kick out at 1 there from the RCW Women's Champion. And like I was saying, you know, when it comes to defending titles and the opportunity to earn them, there's like this new version of every single one of the Outlaws that comes out. You know, we see a different side of them that we don't normally see. And I guess that shows you just how much they care about championships. There's a headbutt there from the top rope. 1. And a kick out. As Luna can't believe she kicked out that fast. Drop kick, but missed. Looking for the blackout, but Ariel reversed it. Ariel reversed the blackout. Throws her back first into the turnbuckle and now tossing her away. Oh no. This could be bad for Luna here. Looking for the code blue knee strike. And she connected with it, but she refused to go for the pin. Bad decision by Ariel there. I don't know how smart that was. I mean, if that were Luna, she probably would have gone for the pin. These ladies are on the outside now. Sky hasn't been a factor in this match at all, which is hugely surprising to me as a powerbomb there. To Ariel, and oh no. I've seen Luna do this many times before, and it never ends well for the one on the receiving end. Count of 4 here. Looking for a blackout here on the outside, and she connects right in front of Sky. As I'm sure Sky's loving every second of this here. Count of 6 here. 7. It's Luna throwing caution to the wind again. Oh my. And she breaks the referee's count. Very wise here. Throwing her into the announce table. She's looking to pull all the stops to defend her RCW World Championship, or Women's Championship, rather. And that's what she looks to do here. Uh-oh. This is not good. Oh my, what a power bomb through the announce table. Or a variation of a power bomb here. Count of 6. As Luna throws Ariel back into the ring, she gets back into the ring as well. And Sky's loving every second of this right now. 1, 2, and Ariel kicked out at 2. I thought that Luna had her. But it may take this. It may take the dawning. And it is! It is the dawning! As she goes for the cover. 1, 2, and Ariel again kicked out! What is going on here? It's like Superwoman, basically. Ariel is just refusing to go down by any means. It's just... I don't even know what to think at this point. This is just nuts. What's Ariel going for here? I thought she may have been going for the code blue knee strike, but she's not. She's turning it around. Oh my! What a corkscrew! And Luna kicked out at 2. Luna got the shoulder up. Man, what a match. Ooh, and a spinning heel kick there. Spinning heel kick. She takes a little bit of a breather here. But she can't get complacent as a clothesline to the outside. Clothesline to the outside. Drop kick, no. Ariel reversed it. These ladies going back and forth here. Into the barricade Ariel goes. And a snap suplex on the outside. As I think Luna's calling Ariel up to her feet here. She's looking to go for it again. Throwing caution to the wind, but she missed it. Just by a hair there. I don't know how she's getting up right away, but that proves just how tough she is. As she gets Ariel into the electric chair. Into the electric chair. Into a power bomb on the outside again. Breaking the count there. And then getting right back into the ring. Man. This is a wild match. And this is just the beginning of the card, folks. So make sure to stick around for later tonight as we have a Falls Count Anywhere match between two former friends, now bitter rivals, in Chris Danger and Brian Outlaw. So we'll have to see how that turns out. Oh my, what a spear! What a spear from Ariel, taking a page out of Luna's playbook there. And the disrespect. With the boot to the throat. Referee's got to get some control here. But he's been very lenient in this match. I don't know, maybe the Outlaws bribed him or something. I wouldn't put it past him as Luna's going for a couple knee strikes here. She connects with all three. There's Luna with the quick strikes here and the blackout Meteora again. And I don't think she's going to go for the Dawning this time. I think she's looking for something a little different. Looking to tap her out with the Into the Shadows. Into the Shadows here on Ariel as she's trying to hang on. Trying to desperately hang on here as Luna's gripping. As Luna's grip is not loosening here and Ariel's got to tap out. As Luna retains. And I'm hugely surprised that Sky was not involved in that match in any capacity. She did not interfere at all. She was just simply a spectator. As Luna retains. Look at how beautiful that is. We're definitely taking a screenshot of that. Whoops. As we move on to our next match here. But Luna retains her title. What a match that was. As we continue on to the next one, as we have Shawn Winters versus Randy Orton for the RCW Carnage title. Now, since Shawn came bursting on the scene here in RCW, he has made quick work of his opponents. And he pinned the RCW Carnage champion Randy Orton to earn this opportunity. Let's see if he can cash in, no pun intended there, on the opportunity. And beat Randy Orton to earn himself the right to call himself the RCW Carnage champion. His former NFL teammates called him Magic, Shawn Magic Winters, and the reason why they called him that is, you know, it was like magic, the moves that he would be able to pull off. He was a former NFL wide receiver for the New England Patriots, his hometown team in Massachusetts. So, let's see if he can use some of that magic that is in him to earn himself a title. As he hears voices in his head and they talk to him and he understands. Randy Orton. As he takes a look at that title, as we're going to take a really good screenshot of that because that's just really cool. I love it how he looks at the title. The title looks really amazing. But will he leave with that title? Is the question. We'll find out soon enough. Honestly, I'm really happy that I'm getting the boom arm for my mic, and I'm really happy that I'm, like, you know, just upgrading the stream, making it better. But also, you know, I'm happy because, you know, when you have issues that are kind of out of your control, that you don't know what's going on, like, and it kind of gets you down a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, me, I'm a perfectionist with everything that I do, so, you know, with all these audio issues and with everything that's going on with, you know, my content, like, I get really, not necessarily down about it, just really pissed off to the point where I'm like, really, bro? Like, especially when I can't figure out why it is doing what it's doing. You know, like, that's the worst, is like, trying to figure out why something is happening when it shouldn't be. You know, I feel like that is the worst thing as a content creator, is that. You know, regardless if you're a streamer, a YouTuber, whatever you are. And Shawn Winters and Randy Orton, RCW Carnage title on the line. Here we go. Now, there's not much of a height difference in these two men here. Two very tall men. I think Randy Orton may have like about a quarter of an inch on him, maybe. As these two big men are going at it here. Oh, tried for a suplex. But no, Randy Orton gets tossed with an exploder suplex by Shawn Winters. And Randy Orton has been RCW Carnage champion for a while. He retained it against Samoa Joe. He retained it against Buddy Murphy at RCW Destiny. So, it's been quite the battle for him. But, you know, those matches weren't easy. And I doubt Shawn Winters is gonna be an easy opponent for him. Oh, and a huge uppercut there to Randy Orton. And now the mounted punches from Shawn Winters. And Randy is in huge trouble right now, but Randy with the reversal. Randy, what's he going for here? Has him up. Oh my, what a neck breaker there from Randy Orton. A little bit of slow frame rate there. Apologize. That's the game again. Oh my, what a slam. As Randy Orton rolling to the apron, trying to, I guess, gain some closure here, but a shoulder tackle right off of the apron there sends Randy Orton to the outside. And Shawn's going right after him. Getting him back into the ring. Champion's advantage applies here. A count out will not change the hands of the title here. So Randy Orton could use that to his advantage, and Shawn Winters is definitely not going to let him do that in a stunner. Is Randy Orton again rolling out? My God. Randy Orton doesn't know what hit him here. Randy Orton looks like he's seen a ghost, but he looks to come back here in this match. Oh, face first goes Shawn Winters, and it appears that he's busted open. From that shot off of the top turnbuckle there. And Randy, oh my God, what a monster arm drag. Okay, even though there was a little bit of frame rate drop there, that was a pretty cool thing for the sake of it being in a little bit of slow motion, even though it wasn't meant to. An exploder suplex. Oh, but Shawn coming back with the shots to the hamstring. I would go after the shoulder of Randy Orton, as that has been a problem for him in the past. As Randy Orton's trying to regroup, but Shawn is preventing him from doing that. Oh, kicks the leg from underneath him, though. Now Randy going up top. This is something I don't see him do too often. Elbow drop to the back of Shawn Winters. Into a cover to retain his championship. 1, 2, and Shawn with the kick out. little bit of a reversal there. Oh! And an uppercut again. Sean not ready to go for bitter cold yet. Or frozen tundra. One or the other. He's not ready to go for that yet, as he still has plenty of, as Randy Orton still has plenty left in the tank here. Now these two just kind of toying with each other, moving backward, back and forth. And Randy Orton throwing Sean to the outside now. Throwing him back in, maybe a little bit of mind games, changing his mind a little bit. Oh, Sean firing back, though. Sean. Oh, my God. What an uppercut again. It seems that Sean is just throwing everything he can at Randy Orton here. But Randy Orton seems to be firing back as an alley-oop bomb there out of the corner. Lifting up the big man of Sean Winters. Kick to the hamstring. Kick to the hamstring. Sean trying to go for a move there, but Randy Orton caught him. Trying to catch him in a suplex, but no. Sean. What's Sean going for here? Powerbomb. 1, 2. Turns it over into a Boston Crab here. Turns it over into a Boston Crab, but lets it go. I don't know why Sean decided to let go. He had Randy Orton reeling there, but I don't know how much damage the back of Randy Orton is, so maybe he didn't want Randy Orton to get out of that. As you heard the chants, "This is awesome," a little bit ago, and I would have to agree. Oh, what a right hand from Randy Orton. And again, another kick to the hamstring. That has been a huge target. It's a drop kick there from Sean Winters. Very uncharacteristic of a big man like him, but nonetheless, it connected, so it doesn't matter. And an uppercut again after a series of punches. This is just an absolute mauling of Randy Orton right now. He wants to win this title bad. And I don't blame him. Referee paying close attention here. Actually, I don't mind that we're almost an hour and 15 minutes into this RCW pay-per-view here. Usually we're coming close to the end, but I don't mind that we're going a little bit longer here. This is awesome. Oh, what an elbow. What an elbow, and that busted Randy Orton open. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh my! Bitter cold. Bitter cold on Randy Orton. 1, 2. And Randy kicked out at 2. Sean almost had the title right there. Sean almost had the title right there. As he's measuring Randy Orton right now. Lifting him up. Frozen Tundra on Randy Orton. Looking to get the win here. 1, 2. And Randy Orton again with the kick out at 2.5. And Sean cannot believe it, as you can tell by his facial expression there, as Randy Orton got the shoulder up at the last second. Move out of the way, ref. I know you need to keep an eye on them, but you're kind of in the way of the camera. In the way of the action. Thank you very much for moving a little bit. And now Randy Orton firing back. Randy Orton! No. Not this. DDT from Orton. Oh my. No, 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 no. We're not going to see this, are we? 1, 2. And Shawn kicked out of the DDT. Shawn kicked out of the DDT, and Randy Orton still has to figure something out to try and retain his title. Oh no. No, 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 no. This can't be good here. As Randy Orton sets him up on the top rope. But Shawn avoiding disaster. Shawn avoids disaster. Bitter cold again. Dragging him away from the ropes. Very smart. And now a cover. 1, 2, and Randy Orton again with the kick out. Randy Orton refusing to go down. Looking for Frozen Tundra one more time. One more time, he says. Whoops, sorry, dropped my remote. Get a little too excited, Frozen Tundra on Randy Orton. 1, 2, and Randy Orton again. Oh my. The amount of punishment these men are looking for. This is insane. This is absolutely mental right now. Oh no. Lifting up Shawn. My God, Shawn. Throat first across the ropes. 1, 2. And a kick out again. A kick out again from Randy Orton, or from Shawn, excuse me. This is wild. This is absolutely wild, folks. This is insane right now. As Shawn went for the clothesline, Randy Orton picked him up. Fall away slam. Oh my God, this match is a banger. Uppercut. Shawn's a little dazed on the ropes. Another punch. Irish whip to the corner. No, 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 Randy Orton says. What's going on, Stoner? How's it going? 1, 2, 3, 4 as the crowd counts along to these punches here in the corner. Randy Orton looking to pull all the stops to retain his title here. It's a series of stomps. To Shawn winners here. Vintage Orton. Going for the cover. 1. No. Just a 1 count. Just a 1 count. Randy Orton lifts him up into the RKO. Out of nowhere. 1, 2. And Shawn kicked out of the RKO. Shawn kicked out of the RKO. Very rarely do we see people I'm on Xbox, man, but you can go ahead and make the characters if you want to. I don't care. I'm not going to say no to that. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to the Outlaw family. Let me make sure the Okay. I'd like to make a little bit of a reminder here. In case you want to join the Discord, you can enter the command Discord in chat. You should be able to get a link to my Discord. That is where you can reach me basically at any time. You know, we're in quarantine right now, so there's really nothing much for me to do. You can reach me off stream here as Frozen Tundra on Randy Orton. And that might be all she wrote for the Apex Predator. And Randy Orton kicked out of Frozen Tundra. He kicked out of it. You kick out of my finisher, I'll kick out of yours. Yeah, so the Discord is the easiest way to reach me. There you will find anything and everything that I basically do. I also do YouTube content too, so if you want to enter the command YT, exclamation point YT, you can gain access to my YouTube channel, which has all the RCW episodes on there, as well as my website too. It's my website, ProWrestlingGamingAssociation.com, in which you can find a website exclusive series, all the RCW episodes from season 1 and beyond, as well as a roster page with all of the custom superstars and a little bit of like sort of like a mini bio-ish thing on them, and as well as the Angle podcast hosted by yours truly, myself, and with my co-hosts Youngson and Chaotic 911, as we talk about anything and everything wrestling. We didn't have one on Sunday specifically because it was Easter, and we plan on starting that back up soon. I'm excited. But definitely keep an eye out for that, as we have a screen coming for it, like a special screen getting made. As well as a logo. We're trying to make that a little bit more professional. We have a segment towards the end of the podcast where we answer your guys' questions. It can be anything like wrestling related or anything that we've talked about in the podcast. It's a bitter cold again to Randy Orton. And that may not be enough. So Shawn Winters is going for it one more time. Lifting Randy Orton up. Frozen Tundra again, and the referee was a little bit scared there. Into the cover, 1, 2, 3, and Shawn Winters is your new RCW Carnage champion. As the replays kind of play a little bit glitched out here. Love that 2K20, right? Love that 2K20. As Shawn Winters is now your brand new RCW Carnage champion. As he holds that title up with pride. I'm going to wait here to take a screenshot of him with the title. What's up, gaming? Good to see you in here, buddy. We're going to take a shot with the title because we have to. We also have a gallery on the website in which there is special screenshots. So you may see some of these screenshots later on the website. Where we have special screenshots of our superstars either winning titles with quotes of either from a tweet that they tweeted out or, you know, something really deep and special that they said. We have that on the website. We also have website exclusive series, so think of it almost like Netflix originals, if you will, where, you know, you guys can watch those. They're YouTube videos that just get added to the website, and that's the only place you can watch them, because on YouTube they're set to unlisted, meaning you can't see them. I think I met you in New Objective Gaming. Yeah, I think that's where you met me. I'm not sure. It could have been. It could have been. I don't know. It always auto-corrects to that. It always auto-corrects to bitch. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's a word. It is a word. It actually is a word, but it always auto-corrects to that. Maybe the game just... Maybe it hates me. As we move on to our next match, Keith Lee versus Tommaso Ciampa in a last man standing. Now these two are gonna beat the living snot out of each other tonight. As I believe it was Ciampa. As it's probably, yeah, you probably use bitch more than botch. Yeah, like if you use a word more often than one another, then yeah, I could totally see that happening. I use that word more often than that too, so but we have some really dope emotes. Hang on, let me get some of them. I apologize if you hear my clicking, but we're gonna get some of those emotes in here as Keith Lee comes out. There you go. Well, if you're open to it, I want to DM you with an idea. I've wanted to ask you about it for a while. Go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. I'm always open to ideas. In fact, you know what? I'll make it easier on you. There's my Discord. That's probably the best way to reach me because, you know, Twitter notifications and every other notification doesn't always come through well on my phone, so feel free to DM me on there and, you know, I'll definitely check that out at least some point because that's really the platform that I'm on most of the time, if not. Yeah, those are emotes made famous by the Dark Arrow. He is a he is a huge artist, really badass artist. If you need any sub badges done or a full body character or any, you know, streaming related things done, I'm pretty sure he can do that. But he really specializes in emotes, full body characters like in a cartoon version of yourself, or sub badges. You know, so definitely, and you know, he charges a decent price. You know, like I know some artists out there who, you know, charge a ridiculous amount of money to do things, and you know, I believe in paying anybody for professional work. You know, just because I think it's the right thing to do. You know, because they're taking a lot of time out of their day to do a design for you, and I was very impressed with what Dark Arrow did with my emotes. I have another emote that I can use, but I can't use it yet until I get 15 subs, so that is on you guys. You know, you don't have to sub, it's not a requirement, of course. I'm just putting it out there. If you have Twitch Prime and or Amazon Prime, I should say, you automatically have Twitch Prime, which gives you a free subscription to any streamer you choose. Doesn't necessarily have to be me. Just throwing it out there. Now the rules are simple under Last Man Standing. No countouts, no disqualifications. These two can go anywhere. Use any weapons on each other, anything. The only way to win is to incapacitate your opponent to the point where they cannot answer the referee's count of 10. As Keith Lee gets a chair. Oh, but Ciampa pushing that chair into the face of Keith Lee. Now I would say that Ciampa is definitely outmatched here in terms of size. But Ciampa got one over him before when it was Keith Lee going for the Spirit Bomb, and Ciampa rolled him up for the 1, 2, 3, and here we are now. Oh, what a shot to the midsection is Ciampa! Oh my, I think he went for a knee strike or some type of clothesline, but Keith Lee just pushed him away. And now finally able to get the big man down with a running knee strike there. Oh my! A lariat turning Keith Lee inside out. I don't think I've ever seen Keith Lee just manhandled like that before. Especially somebody of the size of Ciampa. Not to diss him or anything, but you know, there is a significant size advantage, and what a big boot there from Ciampa. Oh, but Keith Lee with the firing back of the punch to the midsection. But Ciampa again with a big boot. Had Keith Lee dazed for the minute, trying to go for a cutter. Elbow. And takes Keith Lee down by the legs. And I think that's the best way to go about it. No One Will Survive. I have to say that is one of my favorite WWE entrance themes. I love Ciampa's music. Love Ciampa's music. Trying for a clothesline again. But oh, Ciampa! What a type of famouser there. Bask in my glory, he says to Keith Lee. But oh, Keith Lee with an, I believe that was an STO there. Oh my, what a suplex from Keith Lee. I have to say, if you're cool enough to sing your own entrance music, you have literally, there is a whole new, status to yourself if you sing your own entrance music. Oh my, what a shot. Oh, tried for the shot with the chair, but Ciampa again taking it away. Ciampa, oh my! Taking the big man down just like that. Count of 1 here. As Ciampa waits. Keith Lee getting up at just about the count of 4. And this match continues. Oh, but a headbutt. What a headbutt. And finally a chair shot. Finally a chair shot to Ciampa. This is completely legal here. Under last man standing rules, as Keith Lee walks around the ring. And he has that chair in hand. As he wedges it into the corner. Count of 6 and Ciampa gets himself up. I'm surprised this hasn't even left the ring yet. And just when I say that, Keith Lee's going to turn this to the outside, but Ciampa has other plans. And fires back with a punch of his own. Ciampa again! What a monstrous lariat! Again with a monstrous lariat to Keith Lee. Turning him inside out. Wow. Again, that just amazes me. One shot like that takes a big man of Keith Lee down. He's almost 300 pounds. Or I think he is, close to that. 200 maybe? 290 something? He's a big man nonetheless. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Ciampa! with a power bomb. Ciampa gets slammed down with a power bomb. And that is the same move that Ciampa reversed. To give him the win against Keith Lee on an episode of RCW. Oh no. No, 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 no. Keith Lee takes him down with that slam. But Ciampa doesn't stay down. Ciampa doesn't stay down. Look at the sweat from Keith Lee right now. As Keith Lee rolls out to the outside of the ring and Ciampa is coming there to meet him. As the big man gets up. Chop to the chest to Keith Lee. Another one, but Keith Lee is just shrugging these chops off, but a knee strike. Oh my God, face first. 295, I would say, yeah, about there. About there. He's got to be at least almost 300 pounds. I know that Braun Strowman is. Oh, and a moonsault from Keith Lee. And now Keith Lee going up top. This is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt if he hits it. Oh my, what a moonsault from the top rope. As the referee counts. And Ciampa is just laying there. Almost 300 pounds of a man just collapsed on top of you. You're not moving. Count of 8 and Ciampa finally gets up. But a power, or not a power slam, just a body slam there. And a couple of punches to the face of Ciampa. And this is definitely coming back to haunt Ciampa here. Just a count of 1 and Keith Lee just gets up just like that. But Ciampa's right there to force him down again. And Ciampa, oh no. Ciampa may be looking for the fairy tale ending. Maybe not. Maybe not yet. Not yet. Could we see Ciampa be 2-0 over Keith Lee right now? In terms of RCW records. Count of 5. 6. 7. Count of 9 and Keith Lee gets up at the count of 9. Drop kick from Keith Lee. Ciampa almost had this one. And another moonsault. One of these men are going to end up injured after this whole damn thing. And just throwing Ciampa like a rag doll out to the outside here. You don't need to use weapons when you're as big as Keith Lee is. Keith Lee is literally a walking weapon. Oh my! Oh, I thought he reversed that. I thought he like reversed the arm drag into a slam there. Oh, but a knee from Keith Lee. Or a knee from Ciampa, excuse me, only leaving Keith Lee a little bit dazed. Tried for a suplex, but Ciampa firing back with a couple of punches. Oh my! And Keith Lee is down again. And Ciampa's like, I'm out. I won. Well, technically you haven't won yet. As Ciampa celebrates inside the ring here. I wouldn't be too sure, though. And Keith Lee gets up. I'm not done yet. Oh, but a drop kick. What a drop kick. I appreciate that, gaming. I appreciate that. I always try to book some really badass matches here. But this is only the co-main event. It's, sorry about that. A little bit of a cough there. Allergies getting to me. As Keith Lee drags Ciampa back to the outside. And a suplex again. But Ciampa gets right back up right after that and an elbow. He's like, imagine if this match happened IRL. Hello, Triple H, if you're watching this crap, definitely, like, just book this, please. Like, this is a match I definitely want to see in real life. Just saying, like, after the whole Johnny feud is over, like, which I don't mind the Johnny Gargano feud and Ciampa feud, because Johnny now is heel instead of Ciampa, but which is an interesting take. And I've always liked NXT and the way they deal with their feuds, and I would love to see Keith Lee versus Finn Balor. Like that's a match like I've been dying to see. Like, Keith Lee is one of my favorite like NXT wrestlers at the moment. But I love Dakota Kai. I love Rhea Ripley. Absolutely love Dakota Kai. Always love Dakota Kai, especially now that she has that long hair and she turned heel. I love some of my bad girls, fortunately. I wouldn't mind if she hit me with a chiropractor, to be honest with you. That'd be okay with me. But back to the match. Is Keith Lee, another moonsault. What's it gonna take? I don't know at this point. I have no freaking clue. Oh no! Looking for the fairy tale ending, just like that! Fairy tale ending! And Keith Lee is down. Ciampa just hit that out of nowhere. The main event is Bryant Outlaw versus Chris Danger for the RCW World Championship in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Former friends turned bitter rivals. As it appears, Ciampa is gonna get the win with one fairy tale ending. Ciampa gets the win. And Keith Lee tried to battle back, but as his song says, no one will survive. And Keith Lee sure as hell didn't survive tonight. What a great match, and I doubt it's the last time we have seen those two face off. That's only the beginning of a grueling rivalry. Actually, wait a second. This isn't the co-main event. Not yet. I thought it was. Not yet. This is Kenny Omega and Seth frickin' Rollins. Okay? Now this rivalry is just uncanny right now. These two faced off before, and I believe it was Kenny Omega. I believe it was Kenny Omega that got the victory in the last match, but this is no holds barred. So this is a whole different ball game, folks. And before our main event, because I know this match, I know the next match after this is the main event. I know for a fact that it is. Before the main event, I will show you guys. Actually, while I do that, I'm gonna actually get it popped up right now. I apologize if you hear me clicking. But I'm gonna actually, I have to go to my Twitter real quick because that's where it is. I will show you guys the promo that Brian Outlaw had cut on Chris Danger that led up to this match. I will show you guys that when the time comes here. But this match is definitely going to be fire. That is for sure, gaming. This match is going to be fire, as it is a no-holds-barred match between Kenny Omega and Seth frickin' Rollins, and it crashes. Of course, it frickin' crashes. It always does that. Every frickin' time it does this. I can't, I knew it was going to do it. One time, I just knew it was going to do it. So, let me fix it. I know exactly how to fix this. We turn entrances off. That's how you fix it. I was very happy, though. Yeah, it does have a bad habit of crashing, but sometimes it's not always consistent, though. Like, sometimes it doesn't always crash. Chris Danger as in Dank Ops. Yes, that guy. That guy. I love Dank Ops. I love Chris. He's fantastic. He's a guy who really inspired me to do wrestling content. It's one of my dreams to actually collaborate with him. And this is one of the ways that I can do that, is have his wrestler on the universe. And we've done so much with Chris Danger on this universe, and so it's been fun. Okay. So, not my fault, guys. Not my fault. It's 2K. So what we're going to do is we're just going to okay. We're just going to turn entrances off because reasons. Because if you turn entrances off, there's no problem after that. Off. I'm gonna keep it on for the championship match. Wait a second. Wait a minute. Because 2K has this thing of doing it where it changes matches. So give me a second. Because 2K20 does this weird thing where it like changes matches from title matches. So now I have to like go in and like do everything again, but with, you know what? I don't have to. I only have to, because I can always, I don't have to go back and maybe, you know what? Let me just do it, because it's easier to do that instead of just messing around with other stuff. We already know who won this. The good news is 2K lets you simulate matches, so we can just simulate all the way up to the match that we were at. By the way, I'm kind of a little bit off topic in terms of the show, but have any of you seen, for those of you who have Netflix, have any of you seen the Big Show? Which is like a sitcom with the Big Show. And basically it takes place as if he was a retired wrestler, and you know, he has a family of kids and stuff, and it's actually pretty funny, to be honest with you. It is pretty funny. It's definitely a kid's show, but I totally geeked out because in one of the episodes, Mick Foley, Mark Henry, and frickin' Rikishi showed up, and they sang "I Want It That Way." And they sang it because it was basically, I don't want to give too much away, but basically it is, basically the gist of it is his wife, or his like show wife. I don't know if that's actually his real wife or not, but the person playing his wife is a real estate agent, and she's so busy, and you know, basically the Big Show has this dilemma. He's trying to figure out exactly what he wants to do with the rest of his life after retiring from wrestling, and to me it seems a little bit real, because when you think about it, you know, you do something. It's kind of like the situation with Paige, because in her situation, Paige retired at 25 because she had to, because of injury. And in case you didn't know, like, she's had no real job outside of wrestling. So, you know, when she was like 16, 17 years old, she wasn't working at like Tim Hortons or Pizza Hut like we all were. You know, like most of us. You know, she was wrestling all her life. But I'm happy because she, you know, was able to. I hope that she comes back. I really do. She started streaming on Twitch, though, which is really funny. I actually, if you enter, speaking of Paige, if you enter the command gift in chat, or the command botch, just my name with the command, you'll hear something. But Paige has been, hopefully, I would love to see Paige back, because she's one of the reasons why I got into wrestling. Not only that, but she's one of the reasons why, you know, I'm kind of like out of. Did it work? It better have. Unless it didn't. I'll fix it if it didn't, because it's too good not to. It didn't work. It didn't work! Why didn't it work? Hang on. I'll reset the bot. It should work. I have it set. I swear to God. Here, let me try it. Let me try it as soon as this thing. It'll work. Oh, I think I know what's up. I think I know. I think it might be because oh, I know why. I know why it didn't work. Because oh, I forgot to tell you guys that because of my frickin' I did something stupid, okay? So, basically what happened was I was doing a cleanup of my computer, and I basically deleted stuff I wasn't supposed to. And I think that's why, because I don't have the sounds anymore. I'll have to re-add them. I'll have to re-add them, though. I'll do that. I'll do that, because I have the videos still. I have the videos of the sounds that I need to get them from. So... Wait. I simulated... Oh, whatever. I selected the wrong guy, but I'll just give Sean Winters the title. Okay. Yeah, I still have the videos. Let me check real quick to see if I still have them. I should, because I have them on OneDrive and I saved them. There it is. Yep, I still have them. Yep, I still have them, so I can still add them. I can still add them. I'll have to do that. Or I could just show you guys them. Or I could do that and then just for the hell of it, but whatever. I'll make sure to add those sounds back. I'll make sure to add those sounds back. Don't worry about it. But after technical difficulties, we have Seth Rollins and Kenny Omega. No holds barred. So this match, as gaming would say, is about to be fired. And I apologize for the technical difficulties. There's nothing I can do about that. It's the game. Game's shit. I'll definitely add those sounds back, though. Because those sounds were awesome. Because they're custom sounds for me, so... Let's just say I have ways of getting what I want. It's not flirting, it's called getting over. So I have ways of getting legit anything that I want. And that includes sound commands. That includes sound commands. I mean, when you're in Paige's stream and you're like me and you love Paige and you want her to love you back, you're gonna gift her a bunch of subs and you're gonna spend $20 to $30 you know, on bits and subs and God knows what. And I did. And then she wanted me to teach her how to play video games, and it was funny. It was adorable, to say the least. I've never had somebody beg for me to teach them games. As a V-trigger there to Seth Rollins, and looking to end this match early, kind of too. But basically what happened was she was playing, what was she playing? I think she was playing like Animal Crossing or some shit. And she was like, there's so many buttons, I don't know what to do. Because like she's not a gamer. Like she's never like really played games before. Like, and which is a huge shocker. She streams almost every day. I can't imagine she has much to do with her being at home. I follow her on Twitter, so I always am there. And she said that like the highest gifted subs or something like that are gonna get like mod privileges or something. So there's a little bit of incentive for spending that money. I forget what she was playing. I think it was like Animal Crossing, and she's like, "Teach me, Butchie. Teach me. Teach me how to play the game." And I'm like, "Oh God." I'm like, I don't even know how to play Animal Crossing, but I'll teach her something, but it's not about video games. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'll teach her how to play video games only if she shows me how the mounted headbutts work. If she shows me how that move works, then I will teach her how to play video games. Seems like a fair wager to me. By the way, the mounted headbutts, in case you don't know what those are, that was a move that Paige would do. Basically, how it would start is you'd be lying flat on your back, possibly in the middle of the ring, usually. And, like, she would crawl creepily towards you, and then get on top of you, and then grab your hair or grab your head, and then just hit you 5 times in the head with her head. So, basically, that's what the move was, and that was one of my favorite moves that she would hit. I wouldn't mind if it was hit on me. I wouldn't care if I got a concussion. My head's already damaged already. So I'd be completely okay with that. And another V-trigger on Seth Rollins. 1, 2, and Seth again with the kick out. Seth refusing to go down here. I hear, that's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah. Let's just say that those are, high entertainment value. I'm leaving it at that because I'm not gonna get in trouble by Twitch, so I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it at that. I'm gonna be a good boy, I promise. But a little bit of the Outlaws coming out. It's Seth Rollins now. Trying to take over Kenny Omega here. Just throwing him. Wow, look at the lag in this game. Look at it. Look at how bad the frame rate is on the outside. I swear to God, 2K21, if that's canceled, like, fix this game. It would be a blessing if 2K21 was canceled and they could just fix this game. To me, that's what they should do. Like, take a year off and then have 2K21 actually come out in 21. In the actual 2021, you know what I mean? Like, especially with the new consoles coming out. Like, just... I think it would be a better game if they did that instead of releasing a new game every year. Like, that's a problem with yearly games. You only get so much... so much time here is Kenny Omega looking to end this real quick. Trying for a V-trigger, but no. No V-trigger today. Seth Rollins looking for an Enziguri, but no. And Seth Rollins hasn't been able to hit anything. But it appears that he's taking him back into the ring now. This can go either way, but it has to end in the ring. As Seth Rollins now looking for a curb stomp out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, he hits the curb stomp on Kenny Omega. 1, 2, and Kenny with the kick out. Kenny Omega with the kick out, and Seth Rollins is fired up. Seth Rollins with a huge sling blade to Kenny Omega. And now going up top as Kenny rolls over. Oh my, what a splash, but Kenny got the knees up. Kenny got the knees up, and he's looking to take this to the outside once again. Under no holds barred rules, they can do this, but it must end in the ring. But Kenny Omega looking to end Seth Rollins with another V-trigger knee strike. And Seth Rollins the Monday Night Messiah is about to be crucified. As Kenny Omega, oh no, Kenny with a Falcon Arrow through the announce table. A Falcon Arrow through the announce table. This is Awesome is Right. This is a badass fire match. And these men are beating the living hell out of each other as Kenny Omega throws Seth Rollins back into the ring. Drags him to the middle of the ring, preventing him from getting a rope break, but there are no rope breaks in this match to begin with. As Kenny goes for the cover. 1, 2, and Seth Rollins. What? No way Seth Rollins kicked out of that. Somehow Seth Rollins kicked out. I don't even know how he's moving. I would say that Seth Rollins, more than anybody, has taken the most punishment in this match. Uh-oh, what's Seth going for here? Oh my! One, 2, and Kenny kicked out at 2. Kenny is still alive. Neither of these men are willing to go down as an elbow. Uh-oh. Seth Rollins. Another V-trigger knee strike. And goes for the pin. 1, 2, and Seth Rollins again. No way. No way, bro. No. This just isn't possible. Seth Rollins is inhuman. Well, like he said, at WrestleMania, he becomes a god. Maybe at RCW Rebirth, it's the same way. But Kenny Omega going for the one-winged angel right in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3, and Kenny Omega gets the victory. Seth Rollins didn't do anything in this match. It was all Kenny. This was literally all Kenny. But nonetheless, Kenny Omega defeats Seth Rollins again. again. And we are here at the main event of the evening, or the main event of mid-afternoon, or wherever you guys are. It could be evening for some people. As we have Brian Outlaw, the RCW World Champion, and Chris Danger. Now, before we get to this match, folks, I must show you this video. Now, this is a rivalry going all the way back to, I believe, Season 3 of RCW. So, you know, this is a rivalry that has been brewing for a while. Brian Outlaw took Chris Danger in, got him the contract to RCW. What it seemed to be smooth sailing from there, what seemed to be a brotherhood, a friendship, turned into bitter rivalry. I have no idea why. But it started when Chris turned his back on the Outlaw family, hitting Brian with a taste of danger from behind. Then he joined the Rogue family, who are no longer with us in RCW, but nonetheless, he joined the Rogue family with Rosemary and had Rosemary put a spell on Brian Outlaw, which turned him against his own family. And Jason Outlaw needed to win the soul of Brian Outlaw back by beating Chris Danger. And that's exactly what he did. And all of this has culminated to this match right here. A Falls Count Anywhere match for the RCW World Championship. But for now, real quick, before we get to that, I would like to show you the promo that Brian Outlaw cut just days before RCW Rebirth. Let's get to it, guys. Give me a minute. I'll mute myself. And you guys can enjoy this little promo here. So just give me a second.
They say keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Chris, I once called you my friend, my brother, but now you've become my enemy. My family and I took you in, got you the contract of your life, gave you the means to cement yourself on top of RCW with or without a championship. And this is how you thank us? Attacking me from behind, and above all, conspiring to turn me against the ones that I love most. Well, Chris, my friend John may call you the internet darling, but all I see is internet's little bitch. Come RCW Rebirth, you won't be walking out as RCW World Champion. You'll be carried out, not on a stretcher, but in a body bag. You see, I'm the judge, jury, and executioner. And well, Chris, I sentence you to death, not by the electric chair or lethal injection. Oh no, that's too quick and too painless, but by DDT 1, 2, 3. I'll see you soon, Danger.
And that's where we are at right now. There's no promo from Chris. I wish I could have, but I wouldn't feel right cutting a promo without Chris Danker himself doing it. If I could have gotten Chris to do one, that would have been sick, but unfortunately, I wish that would have been pretty sick if I could have done that. But that was the message from Brian Outlaw that led us up to this match right here. So let's get it underway, folks. And I doubt this will be the last time we see these two face off. as the internet darling Chris Danger. Or as Brian Outlaw likes to call him, internet's little bitch. It's coming out. His words, not mine. All the attacks from behind. And they always say your past comes back to haunt you. Brian Outlaw is the champ, yes. As Brian Outlaw comes out with his RCW World Championship after winning it from 0. He is now the RCW World Champion, and he looks to retain his title tonight. Now, in a Falls Count Anywhere match, these rules are simple. Falls literally count anywhere. They can go to the parking lot, backstage, anywhere they want. And let's just say, anywhere that's outside the ring is not going to be as forgiving as the ring is. And I don't think this is about winning a title match. I think Chris and Brian both could care less about the title. They care about beating the living hell out of each other, and I think that's what we are going to see. More than anything else. There it is. Falls Count Anywhere RCW World Championship on the line. And here we go. As Brian Outlaw starts off trying for a big boot, but Chris finds him. Oh, shoves him into the corner. Oh my God, what a face buster. To Brian Outlaw, to the champion. Cover. Not even a 1 count as Chris went for the early cover. I like his thinking, though. I like his thinking. Kick to the midsection, though, of Chris Danger. Brian tried to go for something. But Chris with a back elbow. These two know each other way too well. Float over, DDT by Chris Danger. And Brian is reeling right now. And throws him back into the ring. These guys can go outside the ring if they do choose. And Brian looks to do so. I don't know why the ref's not coming out with him, but taking forever. Gotta love 2K20's glitchiness, right? Gotta love that frame rate drop. But it's only like towards there, and then it's fine afterwards. As Brian and Chris now are on the outside of the ring, all bets are off now. Oh my, what a forearm! What a damn forearm. Sorry you can't see it too much because the frickin' thing's in the way. But nonetheless, these two are on the ramp now. A friendship torn. Now, like I said, bitter rivals. And it all culminates here in the Season 6 finale at RCW Rebirth here. Oh, and a kick right to the midsection is Chris again. Looking to get a cover here on Brian, but barely even a 1 count here. I wonder how much energy Brian is exuding by kicking out of all these cover attempts. Oh, but what a huge right hand. Dropping Chris where he stands. That didn't last long, though, as Brian helped him up. Oh, a rake to the eyes. completely legal under this. Oh, a drop kick to the back. I don't know how much he got of that though, but Chris kips up. And a drop kick again. Dropping Chris where he stands. And it appears that Brian is looking to pick himself up a weapon. Oh, but Chris is preventing him from doing so. Turns him around. What a lariat, turning Brian inside out. And covers him. 1. And again, Brian kicks out. As if this card wasn't already fire enough. This is our main event. As Brian again trying to go for a weapon, and he's getting the outlaw weapon of choice here, a steel frickin' chair. As he tries to use it on Chris, but Chris with a reversal. And now Brian Outlaw slowly backing away, a chop right to the chest. Brian picking it up. Oh, tried to go for another chop. Oh, Chris avoided that and used the chair against Brian. Used the chair against Brian, but ducked under that clothesline. And now, back first onto that barricade. Very unforgiving, and now going after the back again of Chris Danger. Now, the Outlaws did injure Chris Danger. In their past, they did injure him. Left him with a concussion. And he was out for a while. Oh, but no. Falcon Arrow on the rampway. On the steel rampway. Oh, this is disrespectful right here. Elbow drop right into the cover. 1. No, Chris kicked out. Not surprised there. Definitely not surprised there. And another shot with the chair. Another shot with the chair. And Brian's just continuously missing. I don't know if he's completely delirious at this point or what's going on. But Brian's willing to take it back into the ring again. As he waits for his former friend, now bitter rival, to get to his feet and to meet him back into the ring, and Chris does. As the referee has to get back in there too as well, and he does too. Oh, looking for another Falcon Arrow. Oh, but Chris kips up. Chris with the guillotine choke. Guillotine choke, trying to get the champ to tap out here. Trying to get the champ to tap out. This is very unlike Brian. He doesn't usually tap out in matches. As Brian fights out of it. Now trying to fire back though. But Chris again with another elbow. Now throwing Brian into the corner now. Turning him around. Oh, no. This is a little bit glitchy, so I apologize for that. But nonetheless, Chris looking for a DDT through the ropes. And the champ is down. The champ is down. 1, 2. And Brian kicked out. Brian kicked out of the DDT through the rope. I thought we were going to see a new champion there. I thought we were going to see a brand new champion. As Brian gets thrown back into the ring. DDT again. And I don't know what's going on here, but whatever it is, this is unlike Brian right now. This is just bonkers right now as Brian gets back to his feet. And now Brian's trying to fire himself up, trying to come back in this match. With a couple of drop kicks and a neck breaker, taking down Chris. And O'Brien going for a super kick, but Chris moved out of the way. And a chop and another chop right back. Trying for a spine buster, but a DDT again. Oh my. Chris trying to submit Brian here, but Brian getting out of it. Shot to the face and a headbutt. Lifting him up now. Trying to go for the super kick again and connects. And now into the cover. 1, 2, and Chris kicked out at 2.5. We are getting so... This is insane. I'm at a loss of words right now. As, oh no, this can't be good here. Brian going up for his patented jailbreak DDT here. He's put so many people away with this as he looks to put Chris away with a jailbreak DDT. 1, 2, 3. Oh my! Just like that. Brian Outlaw retains his title. I thought it was gonna be over. From when Chris had hit that DDT through the rope. Through the ropes there. And it seemed that these two... just didn't care about winning. They cared about beating the living hell out of each other, and they did. I mean, look at that blood. It looks kind of weird, though, but it's near his eyes and everywhere. These two didn't necessarily have to go all over the arena. But Brian retains. And it appears that Chris is just laying there motionless. Maybe a doctor will definitely have to come out there. I don't know. I don't know if Brian Outlaw lived up to his promo there saying that Chris was going to be carried out in a body bag, but who knows what happens after this goes off the air. Chris may have to be carried out. But he ended it like he said he was going to end it. Did I mute the Elgato? Did I really do that? Did I do it? Did I forget to do that? I apologize. My bad. But at least we have got the match that we've all been waiting for here. And what a show to close out Season 6. It was nuts. It was crazy. We had some fire matches. I'm glad that some of you decided to take a moment out of your crazy day, and the only reason why I say it's crazy is because of the circumstances we are going through right now. I mean, there's not, no offense to anybody, but there's not much for us to do. Besides watch Netflix, watch Twitch, things like that. You know, unless you're like an essential worker, of course. So, with that being said, I thank you guys for joining me for another episode of RCW. I apologize for the Elgato and everything. Yeah, man, it was good having you here. For sure. I mean, it's always nice to watch it from the beginning. Obviously, you know, in case anyone misses anything of this, I usually download it, and then I edit it, to the point where it gets shrinked down a little bit, and then it gets uploaded to the YouTubes, and then it gets put on the website. So there's like 3 different spots that you can watch it. You can also watch it in the VODs too as well, and once this thing is all over. But a couple of things before I go and do my other things, because obviously I want to do some recording of the My Career Universe modes and stuff like that for Brian and all of them. I apologize for the crashes, but that's just 2K. And I apologize for, my Elgato being muted there a little bit for the last match, but you got my commentary nonetheless. I completely didn't realize that I forgot to unmute it after showing you guys the promo. But that has been the season 6 of RCW. It's been insane doing this for about a year and a half for you guys. It's crazy. At season 1 we only did 6 episodes because it was something that I was like, well, do I really want to do this? Because this takes a lot of time. What you see on screen right now may look like me just putting shows together and me just putting the universe mode together and all that crap. Like, even if WWE 2K20 wasn't crashing, like even when we were doing it with 2K19, there is still a lot of work that goes into making these shows. And I don't mean to, kind of use it to boost my ego. That's not what I meant to do. I'm just saying that putting this together for you guys is fun, but it also takes a lot of work to do that. With the storylines and everything that goes on behind the scenes that you guys don't know, it's really difficult to just put all this stuff together and all of that. So basically what's going to happen from here is we're going to take a little bit of a break from RCW. What usually happens is I take maybe a week or 2 of a break, finish up writing the storylines for the next season, and queue up the next season. To answer your question, Matt, we do 10 episodes. So we do 9 episodes, with every 10th episode being a pay-per-view. So this was episode 20, the season finale. So basically I do that to have 2 pay-per-views so that it gives time for storylines to build. I don't like having way too many pay-per-views a season. I could do longer seasons, of course, but I think 20 episodes is plenty, for storylines to be built and everything. So basically that's how that works. In case some of you are new here, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. A couple other things here before I hop off here. One of the things that I love to do for the show, and it's not only for me as the content creator, it's for you guys. I always like to do a sort of survey, if you will. And basically what that is you guys join the Discord, and basically you guys leave your feedback in the RCW chat channel, either the text channel, or what I really like to do is I like to get in a voice call with all of you. And either if you decide to do it one-on-one with me. No, I don't do it. I don't do it all the way to Mania. We don't have like an equivalent of WrestleMania for RCW. Really? It's not, we don't have like one of those like big pay-per-views for WrestleMania. I've thought about doing it, but, you know, I like this model because it gives time for storylines to build. You know, people value the storylines a lot more. People, you know, are more invested in them versus, you know, having so many pay-per-views kind of like WWE does, where you see the same matches over and over and over and over and over and over. And, you know, storylines get stale, you know. So I think with having less pay-per-views and more build, it makes those matches more compelling. It makes people more excited to see those matches. That's how I like to do things. Going back to what I was saying before, referring back to the feedback. So what you guys can do is think of this as a time for you to binge. Okay? I know that I had some audio issues in the last episode of RCW with my mic cutting in and out because of the noise gate, but I have it off now, so hopefully in this stream we didn't experience any of that. Otherwise, you guys probably would have told me, which is nice, and I appreciate that. But what you guys can do, consider this a hiatus. This is an opportunity for you guys to either watch more of RCW, because honestly, like if this is your first time watching it, you don't have to go back and watch everything. I'm not telling you to do that. You can choose if you want to. I would say that to get yourself introduced to RCW, a pay-per-view is a good way to do it. So if this is your first time, well, welcome. You know, and I hope that we put on one hell of a show for you guys. Another thing is, regarding the feedback, is either you guys can join a voice call one-on-one with me, or we can do, you know, kind of like a group chat in the Discord. I have a general chat. I may actually create like a feedback channel, where feedback voice channel, where we can go into a feedback voice channel and talk about what you guys have seen. Even if you've only seen one episode of RCW, it doesn't matter whether you've been here since day one or this is your first time. I value everyone's feedback. Yeah, it's on my YouTube. That's where it is, or it's on my website. So, hang on. I apologize if you hear the clicking, but I'll just enter those. You can either watch it there or on my website. There's a folder titled RCW, and if you scroll down to episodes, you can watch them all, from season 1 all the way to season 6. So, basically with the feedback, that is your opportunity to talk to me, either one-on-one or with a group of your buddies that love this show, to give me your feedback and to basically say, I didn't like this, I like this, didn't like this, I like this. And don't be afraid to tell me things that you didn't like. Just be constructive. I love constructive criticism. Simply saying this sucked doesn't really help out with anybody's content. You know, giving constructive pieces of criticism to where I can use them to make better storylines and better content for you guys. And obviously with the boom arm of my mic and everything, my audio is going to be better. But in terms of the RCW feedback, keep it to the show. Like, you know, if you notice something that you thought was interesting, or you know, whether a storyline or whatever, and you want to talk about that, you can even do that without me in there. Like, if you want to join one of the voice channels and I'm not in there, and you want to talk RCW with, you know, the people in the Discord, go ahead and do that. I'm not stopping you from doing that. But this provides an opportunity for you to give me your feedback. And I think this is the best way to do it, because a lot of people, I don't know about you guys, but typing something to try and to explain something to somebody is a lot harder than talking through it. That's just my opinion. I have a hard time understanding people when they're typing, and they're talking to me through that way. So the Discord voice chat or the voice calls give you an opportunity to verbally speak to me and tell me this is what I liked and this is what I didn't like. So I'll tell you what, it is about 2:30 right now. So maybe in about a half hour or so 3 o'clock, I should have my recordings done and everything else I need for the YouTubes. And I'll get those sounds back too, for my stream too. I'll get those sounds back. And we can spend some time chatting about RCW. So, at 3 o'clock, so in about a half hour, I'll probably tweet about it. I will be hosting a feedback session. Even if you haven't watched any of it. Even if you, like I said, doesn't matter if you watched one episode or 3, 4, the whole season, or all of it, or whatever. All your feedback is greatly appreciated. And this is my first time actually holding an actual session. Usually people just give me their feedback anyway. But I'll be holding a RCW feedback session in about a half an hour here, so it's about 2:30 now, so aim in about a half hour. It'll be in my Discord, as the controller gets disconnected. It'll be in my Discord, and you guys can chat with me there, and we could talk RCW, either talk about storylines. And it also gives you an opportunity to ask me questions about how I make the content that I make. So that goes into that. So if you have any questions regarding the fake tweets, how I make those, how I make my career content, RCW is connected to pretty much everything that I do, including my book that I'm writing. So if you have any questions that in regards to what I do and how I put this stuff together, that session is another opportunity to do that, is to ask those questions. No question is a stupid question. I only say that because some people are like, well, maybe this is a stupid question and maybe this is not a good question. Every question is a good question, even if it has a simple answer. If you guys need help with your promos or need help with anything like that, use that session as well for that. So, like I said, in about a half an hour, I'll be doing that. Once I get my recordings done, I'll be all set, and I'll be getting this stream edited down and ready to get posted on the YouTubes and everything else, and the website as well. If you yourself have an idea for RCW, I should really add a command for this. You know what? I'm going to. I have an email. I set up an email, which I'm going to. I'll just put mail. I'll probably put it down in my panels too. So I'm just gonna put something random here. I apologize if you hear me typing. So basically, for the website, what you'll find is there in the About page, there's an email. I just created a command for it. I'll enter it for you guys. So there's a command. So basically, if you have an idea for the content that we do, and when I say we, because I collaborate with other streamers. I collaborate with WWE streamers. Basically, the Outlaw characters are everywhere now. They're in other people's universes. You know, it's amazing how much you guys have invested in these characters and everything. It's awesome. So if you guys have any ideas for any content at all, please email us, or more importantly me, and I say us as a community, at prowrestlingga@gmail.com. That is an email that I check every day. I only have one other email, besides my school email, that I check. And we created that email purposely so that people could collaborate with us, and people could have another way to reach out to us. So if you have, and pretty much everybody has an email nowadays, so you know, if you have any questions or anything that you guys want to do, whether you're Xbox, PS4, doesn't matter the system, we'll figure out something to keep you in contact with us. Also, Discord, again, Discord is another way to reach any of us as a community. And with that being said, I'm going to hop off here in a half an hour. Like I said, we will have the RCW feedback chat session. So if you guys want to join me there, that would be awesome. Again, follow me on Twitter at BotchStreams. It's down in the panels. There's a link. There's a little panel that says Twitter. Click on that right there. Follow me there. I'll probably tweet about it. I'll be editing some of these screenshots that I've taken today and putting them on the website. If you want to avoid spoilers, that's your own discretion. Going on social media and everything else, like, I know what it feels like. Walking Dead, I watched The Walking Dead, and, you know, not watching The Walking Dead the first night it airs, you know, there's people that are going to spoil it. You know, so I have to add these shots to the gallery. So it's on you. So if you don't want anything spoiled, don't go to the gallery section of the website. Or, you know, like, it's your own discretion. So, you know, but with that being said, thank you guys for joining me for another amazing season of RCW. Season 7 will be coming at you as soon as possible. As always, I have my other content, my Career Universe modes with Brian and Luna and their story through WWE and beyond on my YouTube channel at BotchTV. You can enter the command YT to gain access to that. Anyways, guys, I'm your host, BotchTV, and I will catch you guys next time. And for those of you that will be joining me for the feedback session, Discord session, whatever you want to call it, in a half an hour, I will see you guys there. Please come with your opinions, come with your criticisms, come with everything. I will take everything seriously as I give 110% to everything that I do, and I want to make sure that it's great content for you guys. So thank you guys for joining, and I will catch you guys on another season. Thank you guys so much for a fabulous season. Without you guys, the Outlaws wouldn't exist. None of this would exist. I wouldn't be getting the boom arm. I wouldn't be, you know, in the position that I am right now, looking into getting into the wrestling industry. It was the Outlaw characters that made me want to change majors to my college and to a different college, made me want to transfer and change majors and get into the wrestling industry. And that is my gratitude and my thanks is to all of you guys. So thank you guys so much. And for those of you that are coming to the Discord session, I will see you there in about a half an hour. Thank you guys again for another fabulous season, and I will catch you guys on Season 7.